Hello, good morning. Welcome to our channel. Today, let us discuss class 8th grammar chapter 5 verb finite and non-finite. Finite and non-finite form of verb ये दोनों क्या होते हैं verb के form होते हैं. Read the following sentences. The girl is reading. The girl wants to read. I found the girl reading. Reading is a good habit. In sentence 1, the verb is reading is limited by the number and person. देखिए क्या नियमित है, लिमिटेड है, केवल निश्चित है नंबर और पर्सन ऑफ इट्स सब्जेक्ट गर्ल. उसका सब्जेक्ट क्या है? गर्ल. द वर्ब इज रीडिंग. द वर्ब इज रीडिंग इज इन द प्रेजेंट कॉन्टिन्यूअस. और जो इज रीडिंग है वो क्या है? प्रेजेंट कॉन्टिन्यूअस टेंस है. Is in present continuous and the main verb reading takes the auxiliary verb is. रीडिंग जो है क्या है? ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब इज का मेन वर्ब है. ओके. फॉर्म द कंटिन्यूअस टेंस का. दीज वर्ब्स आर कॉल्ड फाइनाइट वर्ब. ये वर्ब फाइनाइट वर्ब कहे जाते हैं. A verb which is limited by number and person of its subject is called a finite verb. फाइनाइट वर्ब में क्या होते हैं? नंबर और पर्सन से क्या होते हैं? लिमिटेड होते हैं. एक लिमिट में नंबर और पर्सन के सब्जेक्ट होते हैं. ओके, दैट इज फाइनाइट वर्ब. नेक्स्ट वन. In sentence 2, 3 and 4, the verbs to read and reading are not limited by the number and person of any subject. In the girl wants to read any, कोई निश्चित नहीं है कौन सी गर्ल से. आई फाउंड द गर्ल रीडिंग, में पाया लड़की को पढ़ते हुए. रीडिंग इज ए गुड हैबिट, और रीडिंग क्या है? अच्छी हैबिट. ओके. Person of any subject. They have no tense and therefore do not take any auxiliary verb to form tenses. इसमें कोई भी auxiliary verb का यूज नहीं हुआ है, सारे के सारे मेन वर्ब हुए हैं. These verbs are called non-finite verb. ये वर्ब नॉन फाइनाइट वर्ब होते हैं. Non-finite verbs are derived from verbs and have certain features of the verbs, but they have not subject and therefore are limited by the number and person. नॉन फाइनाइट वर्ब डिराइव किया जाता है कि जिसमें वर्ब हों, हैव सर्टेन फीचर, यानी इसमें कुछ फीचर्स भी हों ऑफ द वर्ब, बट दे हैव नॉट सब्जेक्ट एंड देयरफॉर उसमें सब्जेक्ट न हो, और नॉट लिमिटेड बाय द नंबर एंड पर्सन, और लिमिटेड में नहीं होते नंबर ऑफ पर्सन. लाइक अ वर्ब दैट हैज सब्जेक्ट, यानी यह वर्ब में क्या होता है? सब्जेक्ट है. दे मेक फंक्शन एज ए नाउन, एडजेक्टिव एंड और एडवर्ब, जो काम कर सकते हैं क्या? एज ए नाउन के रूप में, एज एडजेक्टिव के रूप में, एज एडवर्ब के रूप में. ओके. अ नॉन फाइनाइट वर्ब. A non-finite verb is that which is derived from a verb but has no subject and therefore is not limited by the number and person of any noun or pronoun. ये किसी नाउन प्रोनाउन के नंबर और पर्सन को नहीं बताता. The non-finite verb in sentence 2, to read, is called an infinitive. In sentence 3, reading is the participle, and in sentence 4, reading is gerund. Thus, we have verb finite and non-finite, non-finite infinitive, participle, and gerund. Three forms of non-finites. First, the infinitive. To steal, to drink, to write. That is present infinitives. To have stolen, to have drunk, to have written. Perfect infinitives. The participle stealing, drinking, writing. Present participles. Stole, drunk, written. Past participle. The gerund stealing, drinking, writing. The present participle and the gerund have the same form, the ing form, however, their functions are quite different. प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल एंड जिरेंट क्या होते हैं, सेम फॉर्म होते हैं, लेकिन इनके फंक्शन जो होते हैं क्वाइट डिफरेंट, बिल्कुल अलग होते हैं. द पार्टिसिपल इज पार्टली अ वर्ब एंड पार्टली एन एडजेक्टिव. पार्टिसिपल क्या होता है, पार्टली यानी कि वर्ब का भी काम कर सकता है और पार्टली एडजेक्टिव का भी. द gerund इज पार्टली अ वर्ब एंड पार्टली अ नाउन. और gerund होते हैं वर्ब के साथ साथ नाउन का भी कार्य करते हैं. द infinitive. I want to read. Object of a finite verb. To steal is a crime. Subject of the verb. The principal asked me to go. Complement. Her aim is to become an engineer. Here, to become is a complement. Thus, an infinitive acts as a noun. It can be a subject or an object of a verb. It may also be used as the complement of a verb or an object. एक इन्फिनेटिव जो होता है क्या होता है, नाउन के फॉर्म में काम करता है, कैन बी एज अ सब्जेक्ट, सब्जेक्ट के फॉर्म में या फिर ऑब्जेक्ट के फॉर्म में, और ये कॉम्प्लीमेंट और वर्ब के ऑब्जेक्ट के फॉर्म में भी काम करते हैं. द इन्फिनेटिव इज आस्क्ड रेफर्ड टू एज टू वर्ब. It can also be used without to. She wants to play, to infinitive. She ought to. You ought to have played. They can play cricket very well. The infinitive without to. I made all finish the work. When an infinitive is used without to, it is called a bare infinitive. Infinitive without to. After the verb do, did, will, shall, should, may, might, and the verbs can, could, and must, we use infinitive without to. Okay. You shall accept my proposal. Also, we can write you shall be forced to accept my proposal. I will teach him a lesson. I have decided to teach him a lesson. You should consult a doctor. I advise to you to consult a doctor. You must do it. You are ordered to do it. She can sing. She knows how to sing. I can lift this box. I have the capacity to lift this box. Okay. After certain verbs, we use the infinitive without to. Some of them are bid, feel, hear, know, watch, notice, see, let, make, dare, need, ask, advise, allow, beg, compel, command, accept, enable, set, imagine, like, order, tell, wish, and want. Bid him to go there. I heard her sing. Let me try this some. You need not worry about me. I noticed him coming out of the cinema hall. I felt something cold touch my leg. Have you ever watched her dance? The barking dog made him run. You dare not touch my things. The hunter saw the lion disappeared and bushes. Note the use of the true infinitive with dare and need in the following sentences. She dared to disobey me, but she dare not disobey me. You need to go there, but you need not to go there. It should be clear that we retain to in positive sentence but drop in the negative ones. To before the infinitive is omitted after then and but when but is used to mean except. She can dance better than sing. The child did no more than cry. He would do nothing but sit idle. We use the infinitive without to after these expressions. That is, had better, would rather, sooner than, had sooner, had rather than. He had better stay at home. I would rather die that than beg. He would sooner surrender than fight. He would face his enemy rather than surrender himself.